And I am now home from work after a long day. Now, as you can see, I'm freshly shaved because I literally just shaved before I started recording this video. And that's because I have an audition for, literally the role is just titled Gen Z. And I had a pretty thick beard, so I need to get, or not a thick beard, but a beard nonetheless. So I had to get that all trimmed off. And once I am done this audition, it's going to be arm day because I like to make sure I get a pump every day. Dang, my arms look great in this shirt, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I don't want to waste too much time with this intro video because, like I said, I got to get this audition done and then submit it to my agent so that way I can get everything squared away and taken care of. This is a really big V-neck, but I think it has some swag. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in a little bit after the audition. Peace. And that audition actually took way longer than I was expecting. I was expecting it to take like 5 minutes tops, and it's over like an hour later. A lot of it came down to retaking, editing, reading the finer details of the audition description and realizing, oh, I completely left that out, which is my dumb fault for not reading the entire fine print, even though I thought I noticed everything. But it is what it is. And then when I tried to actually get it edited, get it cut together, get it transferred, the file was so big it was going to take 3 hours to submit, and I didn't have that time, so I had to compress it. It doesn't look as good as it did. Unfortunately, I have to compress a lot of these files because the files are so big. But it is what it is. Yeah, so let's get this pre-workout made. I hate that it's dark out and I have to go to the gym now. I mean, I don't hate that I have to go to the gym, but I hate that it took so long that it's now officially dark out. But I gotta get to the gym. I gotta make that pre-workout, and let's get this ball a-rolling.
Isn't it wild that during the holiday season, the rest of the year just seems to fly by? Now, the holiday season kind of starts differently for everybody. Some say it starts on Halloween because it kicks off kind of the rest of the big holidays of the year. Some people say it starts during Thanksgiving time because more people see that as a genuine official holiday, even though I think Halloween is just as holiday as everything else. And some people say it doesn't start until, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa time, and New Year's, obviously. But for me personally, I always thought the holidays began around Halloween time because, it's a bunch of holidays kind of all happening at once, not just minor holidays, but big holidays, holidays that people celebrate. And once that kicks in, it just feels like the year doesn't just fly by. It feels like someone puts on Sonic's shoes and just does a light speed dash to the end of the year. And it's just pretty wild to think about. And it's not really something I can explain, or really anyone can explain, really. But maybe it is just so many big events happening at once that our brains kind of fuse them all together. Or it's what I talked about before with the idea that we tend to want to bypass Thanksgiving to get to the Christmas time of year because we all know how fun Christmas time is. And so our brain just kind of inadvertently ignores the Thanksgiving time of year, which is unfortunate because I love trying to embrace the slowed down autumn time. But it just genuinely seems that this time of year just wants to skip over, no matter how much we want the world to slow down. And don't get me wrong, I love Christmas time as much as the next guy because Christmas time is a lot of fun. I mean, this song is called Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time for a reason. It's a wonderful time of year. You get the warmth of a hot cocoa, or for me, a sugar-free hot cocoa made with pure cocoa powder. You get the fun lights hanging up. You get to see friends. You get to see family, hopefully. Maybe you get a fun gift during this time of year. But I don't want things going too fast where it feels like the world is outrunning me and I'm still stuck in place. Okay, now we're getting deeply philosophical here, and there's not much time left in this workout video to discuss all of that, but that's kind of why I like to think and slow down a little bit, which is why the end of year speed kind of always upsets me a little bit. It feels like time is just flying by and you don't even realize it. Of course, this time of year is always a lot of fun, but I really wish the holidays could slow down so we could all appreciate them a lot more. Not just Halloween, not just Thanksgiving, not just Christmas, but all of them.
So now I'm home, got my arm training done, and I got my split training done for the day, and obviously the audition is done as well. But now it's time for a little bit of supper, making some ground turkey with some seasoning on it. And I'm excited because this is what I've been eating for the past few nights. It's been very repetitive, but at least it's consistent and simple to make. So no harm, no foul. And today was an overall simple day, but might go out tomorrow. Either head to Barnes & Noble's, double check that Criterion sale because they have the movie Altered States, which is something I've been wanting to see for a while. Or I might see the Running Man remake because they actually adapted the novel. And here's the thing, I actually read the Running Man book and I loved it. And I was reading it and I went, why didn't they adapt this for a movie? Because this would make a perfect film. But obviously, I wouldn't have known about the Running Man movie, or book, mind you, if it wasn't for the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is a masterpiece in of itself. But I'm excited to see a movie that is an honest adaptation of the novel, which I'm hoping that Starship Troopers gets one day. And I'm not saying that because I should definitely play Ace in the Starship Troopers remake, should Neil Blomkamp actually go through with it. Neil Blomkamp, please, my man, hit me up. But that's going to be it for today. The end of day video will be recorded tomorrow at some point. But for right now, I got to make this food because I got to eat this, get my protein in, get some of my calories in, and then get ready for bed because we're running late tonight. So anyways, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Okay, so I am now on my way to Barnes & Noble's for that Criterion sale again, and to grab myself my copy of Altered States as well as The Wiz, because I'm trying to get myself hyped for Wicked for good, because as everyone knows, I love musicals, and The Wiz has a cult following, so I might as well give that one a try. And I heard all my friends who have seen it loved it. So definitely going to give it a look, and I hopefully will love it as much as they do. Don't see why I wouldn't. It looks like a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you a bit later.
On this night, my roommate wanted to watch School of Rock, which is cool because I've never actually seen it before. And yeah, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was made by the guy who made Boyhood, Dazed and Confused, and one of my favorite movies of all time called Everybody Wants Some. Not a lot of people saw the latter movie of that list, but like I said, that's my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's definitely my favorite movie made by him. He is a great director. Off the top of my head, I can't remember his name. Give me 1 second. Let me look it up. Richard Linklater, which my brain was telling me was his name anyway, so I don't know why I didn't just go for it. But School of Rock, it's not a musical. It's kind of just a music comedy, and yeah, Jack Black definitely gives it his all.
And it's been about a week since I actually recorded the rest of the video because there's a lot going on and I couldn't think of what I wanted to talk about. And not just that, I think I'm going to reform how I do these videos. I think what I'm going to start doing is just recording workout videos throughout the week and then vlog style, like the fun events throughout the week that I have, and then have a thought of the week type thing. And it's been a while since I saw you guys. I've got a copy of SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. I was gonna get the new game, but that got delayed. At least my order got delayed, so I figured I might as well play that one because my roommate loves it. But anyways, what I want to talk about is actually a very simple conversation, and that's the idea of eating better or eating healthier. Kind of the same thing. In that I've actually kicked added sugar, and you know what? It was actually way easier than I was expecting. Of course, at the start, it does kind of feel like you are trying to kick a drug. I don't want to take it to that extreme, but you know, your stomach consistently craves it. The mind kind of starts to do its thing. But if you can hold fast for the first like couple of days, you can get over it pretty quickly. And the benefits to it have been outstanding. Like I can see my skin even looking a little bit better. My energy is much more natural. And here's the thing. I still do eat sugar. Now, keep in mind, I'm getting rid of added sugar. I still eat my fruits and I still eat my foods that have sugar naturally within them, but as long as it has the fiber and antioxidants to break down the sugar, because I unfortunately cannot consume not caffeine. I unfortunately cannot consume honey anymore because that does fall into the added sugar diet. And I've also been reading the ingredients to everything much more and making sure, you know, no high fructose corn syrup, stuff like that, because there's a lot of stuff that's pseudo sugar or pseudo added sugar that they say isn't added sugar. Now, one of my favorite snackerinos is a rice cake topped with peanut butter and jelly. So I found sugar-free jelly, and I also found it's either a no added sugar peanut butter or I just use powdered peanut butter, which the powdered peanut butter is actually more often than not the better option because there's no sugar in them, period. A big tub of them is like $10. So really, powdered peanut butter, if you're gonna try this, is the way to go. Now keep in mind, it doesn't taste as good as even jarred, no added sugar peanut butter, but it still tastes pretty good. And once you get rid of the craving for sugar, it's like it doesn't even matter anymore. And just natural fruits taste even sweeter. Things that are naturally sweet taste better than they did before, because when you have something like strawberry syrup, you're tasting more the syrup, not so much the strawberry. And then when you cut out the added sugar and you have a real strawberry, that strawberry tastes so mouth-watering fantastic that I can't even imagine going back to anything like, you know, the strawberry milkshakes and things like that. Even though that would be fun, even though like I said, I'm done with it. Maybe one day I will try something like that, like a strawberry milkshake or, you know, something sweet with added sugar in it. But if it risks me going back into being kind of obsessed with added sugars, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Because you can break like that with everything, and everyone knows that. But it does kind of reset your taste. It resets your body, not completely, obviously. But there are like steps to do it. And here's the thing, I do love soda, I do love pop, but I haven't had a sugar pop in a long time. I drink a lot of diet soda. No, I don't mean a lot of diet soda or sugar-free colas. I don't drink a lot of them. I do drink some every now and again, or every now and again, like maybe at most one a day. And I know everyone talks about the stuff in it and it makes it worse, but that's basically if you're like chugging gallons of diet colas every day, because I know aspartame isn't the best thing for you. So that's why I keep even my diet or sugar-free colas to a minimum. I mostly just stick to lemon water, black coffee, water, stuff like that. And kombucha. I look for sugar-free kombucha, mind you. And all this stuff tastes good. In fact, there was one time I tried a pop with sugar in it, and it actually tasted really weird because I hadn't had that type of thing in a long time, and it messed with the head a little bit. It was kind of like my brain was warning me, this sugar isn't good for you, or this amount of sugar isn't good for you, get rid of it. And obviously, I wasn't going to throw it up or anything like that, but it was telling me, hey, this isn't good. Stop drinking it. I obviously didn't stop drinking it because it was a gift someone gave me and I wanted to be respectful. Now, of course, here's the thing. This was before I was super strict about it. Now I'd be like, thank you, but I can't drink that because I don't take added sugar anymore. Some people might give you a hard time, but I think most people now understand. So I wouldn't stress about it too much. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, go on, have some fun, go on, have some fun, go on, have some fun. But if you know it's good for you, and like more often than not, if you just say, please, just, I really don't want to, and just end it there, you got to put your foot down sometimes. At first, they're going to think, okay, that guy's being a dork, that guy's being a jerk. Eventually, they're like, okay, I get it. They're just trying to be healthier. And there's still nothing wrong with every now and again having a little bit of fun where you just add it, maybe just add in a little bit of sugar to your coffee or add a little bit of creamer to it. Nothing wrong with that every now and again, but make sure it's once in a blue moon, and if you don't get reattached to it, if you know it's going to make you go, I need more of this, don't bother with it because it's not worth the risk. If you don't have the money, then don't gamble. Or if you don't have the money to gamble, don't gamble. Something like that. If you know you can easily crack right back into being a sugar addicted psychopath like I was. Now keep in mind, obviously I kept very lean and things like that, but I was like, taking peanut butter and putting it on top of cinnamon buns, honey buns, like that stuff was insane. And then I managed to slowly transition my way out of it, where I would be like one each lunch break. And obviously I was still getting cardio and I was still working out. So I wasn't looking bloated fat, but you could tell there was still a lot of fat on me. And as time went on, I managed to be like, okay, I don't need that much sugar in my diet. Even adding in the cardio, I still wasn't looking my best. So then I minimized it to like one honey bun with peanut butter or one cinnamon bun with peanut butter. And then it transitioned to one piece of toast with peanut butter. And now it's a rice cake with peanut butter. No sugar, no added sugar, obviously. Or powdered peanut butter, mind you. And once that clears up, I feel fine. I honestly don't crave anything sugar anymore. Because my roommate, he has a case of donuts over there. My mouth's not watering to get to that. I'm not tempted to take one. In fact, when we had young adult ministry on Monday, one of my friends in the ministry brought in these miniature pumpkin spice cupcake things. I don't know what they're actually called. And I looked at them and I felt nothing. I genuinely felt nothing. Normally, I would be so obsessed with them that I'd be diving right in and just absorbing all of them. But now that I've kicked that addiction to added sugar, it doesn't faze me anymore. And honestly, I think more people should try it. It really does the body good, just doing that one slight thing. And if this can become a trend, then we can have a much healthier society. And I hope that when people see me and how I'm doing now, and even my attitude has improved by a lot. Like I'm not getting as grumpy as easy. I'm not getting aggravated as easy. I don't get as much road rage anymore. I mean, that's been something I've been working on for a long time, where I don't have that much road rage, even though Philly traffic will make you want to drive off of the road and into the woods. I hope for the best. Like they did when I saw Sisu. I saw Sisu Road to River Bench tonight. That was an awesome movie to see in the cinema. But I'm getting off track. Honestly, more people need to get rid of added sugar. That's just my big takeaway from this. And once you pull that off, those fruits are going to taste so much better. You're going to love fruit. You're not going to get enough fruit because it's going to be the sugar you need. It's going to be the sweetness you need. And if you need to add something like stevia to your coffee or something like that, like those 0-calorie sweeteners they have, if you need to do something like that, go for it.
It's baby steps, people. It's baby steps. But anyways, I gotta actually make supper now because it's getting kind of late. I want to watch something. Gotta do my split drills, obviously, and then call it a night because it's the weekend and I got the weekend off. Oh, I also gotta study my Spanish because I have been doing my best to learn Spanish lately. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.